How did you push through the fear of judgment online? That's a really good question, Genox, actually. A big fear I had for content creating, honestly, was fear of ridicule online. I was afraid that people were gonna make fun of me. I talked about it before, and I said that I was afraid that people wouldn't like me for how I truly was personally, and that I would have to basically act in a persona or tone my personality down so it's more palatable to people. Because I am very, I'm a lot, and unless you like a lot, you wouldn't like me. I think that insecurity honestly stemmed from like the person I was dating at the time who made me feel really insecure. So screw them. But anyways, they basically put me down a lot and they're like, yeah, you're too much for me. I kind of like bought into it. So even when I was streaming, basically, I would put my, God, this sounds so like edgy, but I'm like, I'll put on a mask, you know? But I would basically kind of like, I would tone my personality down to be more palatable to him and like other people because I was afraid other people who watch me wouldn't like me because I'm a lot. But after I started content creating more and as I grew more as a streamer, I realized that no matter who you are, no matter what you do, people aren't gonna like you because they wake up and they choose not to like you, and there's literally nothing you can do about it, right? So when I got into my first big controversy, I guess, I got into my first controversy as a creator when I became like a bigger creator, and the amount of comments that I heard from people who were just like, oh, I knew something was wrong with her. Like, she's too nice. Like, of course something must be wrong. Like, I always knew that she was a snake, or I just never liked her from the beginning, and I've just been waiting for her to slip up, and like now she showed her true colors. So all of the comments that I received were just a lot of comments from people stating that they were waiting on my downfall and they just chose not to like me. And I was like, I'm a pretty nice person. I give out all my educational content for free, and these people are still beefing with me for what? Like, ¿por qué? What did I do? What did I do? And the conclusion that I arrived at was that these people literally just woke up and chose to not like me. That's literally it. And I would say on the flip side of the coin, I'm not entitled to your, I guess, affection, like your appreciation either. I don't need you to like me, nor do I care. Because at the end of the day, you can do everything in your power to make people happy. You can do everything in your power to try to make people like you. And some people will just fucking wake up and they'll decide, nope, I don't want to like Cat because I just don't want to like Cat. And a large reason for that is a lot of those people who have those attitudes are just really insecure themselves. Like, no secure person would ever look at other people and be like, oh, I just want them to fail. The only reason you would have those thoughts and feelings, I guess it's like two sides of the coin. I guess either they seem really shady and you don't know why, but they just seem shady. Like, I've had those sentiments too of some people, very few, but there's some people that I've seen where I'm like, something feels wrong and my intuition is telling me not to trust this person. I know I don't really have a reason as to why, but something is telling me. And then later I find out something snaky that they did and I'm like, oh, no wonder, like my gut was actually right. But most of the time, there's really nothing there, and the people who are like, oh, like I've been waiting for her downfall, like etc. It's just, they're just insecure, to be honest. So basically, this is a very long-winded way of me getting back to my original point. But the point that I was talking about was just that people will just wake up and choose to not like you, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's really nothing. So you could go bend over backwards and spend all of your time and effort trying to be palatable to other people, but it will not do anything. And at the end of the day, their opinion of you does not matter. Like, you do not need those people to like you. What is the point of working so hard to get people to like you when these people would literally do nothing for you? And again, disclaimer, I'm not saying like your only affiliations with people is what they can do for you. But at the same time, right? Like, this is just one random person on the internet. Their opinion is not worth you fretting over and like making you insecure over. Because I know damn well these people will leave their stupid little comments and not think twice about it. So they don't put any value or thought into what they're saying. So you shouldn't put any value or thought into their opinion and what they said. Don't let the fear of cringe stop you from doing what you want. Because it is cringy when you're small, but suddenly it is super cool when you grow and you become big and you become successful. You just kind of gotta stick it out, but it is definitely hard. But I mean, I'm still streaming, right? But when I streamed a long time ago, like 4 years, I've been streaming for 4 years. Like 4 years ago when I was streaming, everyone was like, oh, you're so cringe. Like, you're such an e-girl. You're just an e-girl wannabe League of Legends streamer. Haha, like, oh, what are you gonna go back to streaming to your 3 viewers? Hee hee. Like, those types of like passive aggressive comments. But now the same people are the ones begging to be on my streams. The same people who are like, oh my god, yeah, like I know Kat. Kat is so nice. Well, okay, look, maybe I'm tooting my own horn, right? But I think I'm a very nice person. I go out of my way to help people most of the time, unless like I also have boundaries, and if it would be too much for me to help you, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put myself first. But I'm a very nice person, and I treat the people around me very kindly. So I know people who are like, yeah, I knew something was wrong with her, and like I just wanted her to feel. I'm like, dude, you're so full of it, bro. Like, go worry about your own stuff. Hi, Ashley. But you never responded, cryptic, because you're stalking me, bro. Spadunk, it's hard for people. I have some friends that have quit streaming because of bullying. Yeah, the bullying that people receive is definitely, as a content creator, you receive a lot. Like, you hear a lot of BS from people, and it sucks. Like, it sucks. And people don't understand, but I mean, a big one, honestly, is if it's people close to you, you also, I'm not saying it's your fault, like no way am I saying this, but you also have the power to block people and cut those people out of your life. So if you ever have people in your life that are not supporting you in your goals or your dreams, they're not your friends. They're not your friends. Like when I was trying to be a streamer and I was pushing it, my closest friends that I'm still friends with to this day, they were just lurking my streams. They would be like, oh, Kat's streaming? Oh, okay. You know, like, so they know not to say anything dumb on stream. They're not that type of person anyways, but they'll kind of like watch what they're saying so that they don't like take up too much space or anything. Not that I cared about that, but you know, they were super respectful about me streaming. They were always like lurking and supporting my streams whenever possible. They were my first Discord mods. They still are my Discord mods. Like, those are true friends, you know? The people that are always there for you and lurk, and like they do whatever you can. I know they're like, you shouldn't expect too much out of your friends either, in the sense that like I've seen people say, oh, my friends did not show up in my stream today, so they're not my true friends. Bro, your friends have lives too outside of your stream. Your friends are not going to be there for every single one of your streams. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect your friends to do that, because then you're putting too much pressure on them. I've seen people who have like beefed people that they're friends with because they weren't in their streams, and it's so dumb. And they're like, oh, but I'm a small streamer. Like, their one lurk would mean so much, and they wouldn't even do this one thing for me. I'm like, probably your friend is trying to grind to Radiant playing, like, Valorant, and them tabbing you would make them lag or something. They have reasons, okay? Don't put unnecessary pressure on them. But I just want to say that true friends would still support you in what you're doing. Like, maybe they wouldn't leave a lurk, but they would never, like, they would always support you, like, always be supportive of your streams, always let you talk about it. They would never put you down for anything that you're doing for content creating, stuff like that.